Okay then, so starting for real this time. Countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. And hopefully we'll have a good start this time. Alright, Firesplitter started. Vander started. Alright, we're good. We got a race. They're a couple seconds apart, but looks like about 2, 3, something like that. But alright. Sorry for the little technical difficulties there. Yeah, so story, new game, hard. We get checkpoints and stuff like that, so we might see some safety deaths. That seems to be a semi-common thing in races. Instead of taking like a risky attack where like you go into a boss with 1 health or something like that, you can just go into the boss and then go back to the checkpoint and get your health back. You lose a few seconds, but better than dying and losing a lot more. And new game meaning only weapons we're allowed are the pistols and the katana. And a bunch of others, but we won't be seeing. This will make some of the fights a lot harder. Some of them will stay about the same. And there'll be less of a emphasis on maintaining an S rank in style, or I'm sure we'll see a lot of an S rank because that just tends to happen when you're playing well. Yeah. Anything that's purple, almost anything that's purple in this game, you can shoot it back with your sword. On average, the attacks that we're going to want to see are when the boss turns entirely purple and like charges at you, or if it just shoots something that is large and purple. I think you can reflect them back and do a good amount of damage. Coming up on mirror character. Yep. Keeps freezing for Vander, although when I like go to look at it, it looks like it's doing fine, so I'm just gonna keep Vander's window open full screen. Go up and fire at him on it. And into level 2. Highway is one of my favorite levels because you can just kind of move through the platforming sections really, really quickly. There's a thing that we're probably going to see a lot of, which is where when you touch the ground even for an instant, you get all of your mid-air jumps back. And so the kind of easy / best fast way to regain all of your jumps instead of having to wait to fall back down to the ground and then jump up again and then continue jumping in midair is to just kind of skim the ground a little bit. And it's a lot easier to do when there's a corner. You can just kind of like clip the corner a little bit and then just go back to going in a straight line. Yep. This is one of the levels where it's taken to the extreme. You can almost beat the whole thing without touching the ground. Into our next boss. This guy's not much of an issue. Ideally he'll shoot out this gigantic purple missile at the top, which is why both racers are just standing right there, right-clicking it to death. Swipes do a bit of damage, and then also, if there is a reflect, then you just get the reflect free. And they're finishing it off. Firesplitter not too far behind. Vander coming into the next fight. First time we're going to see Valentine. She'll come back a few times. We can't break her shield in new game. In freestyle mode, where we do get all of the weapons, you can shoot a rocket launcher at her, and like the truck's rockets that he shoots, it'll break the shield. But in new game, we have to wait for him to do that. And so we get to play these little mini games of reflecting those cars, which is quite tricky, and shooting the debris that come out of the vans when she chooses to do that attack is a little easier. Firesplitter about one cycle behind. Neither of them missing a cycle. Next boss coming up is Red Sprite. She'll have a bunch of birds that fly around, and she'll shoot you with variously colored gigantic bullets. And she'll dive at you a couple times, maybe. There she is. You also need to be hitting the reflects. You gotta reflect, but you don't hit it with it. It's kind of a waste of cycle. Vander missing a couple. But finishing. Firesplitter finishing his also. The default weapon of choice is the pistols plus katana, which gives you access to the first hit of the katana, which is the reflecting strike, and then you just get the rest of the pistols after that for their range and damage. But occasionally there's a reason to pull out just one or the other. So usually the katana, because it can hit through things that are otherwise protected by a shield or by the sword in the ninja's case. Also the rival later. Requires really good reactions. Yep. One of the other places we sometimes see katanas is in, or solo katana, is in the part that's coming up in about 2 levels now, where there's a bunch of blobs everywhere, and really you just gotta get past them. They'll die in one hit, but the katana flurry has a much bigger hitbox than the bullets from the pistols do, so it can be easier just to swing it around in front of you as you're running through that section. Thing we're going to see here in this fight is, not from Vander, maybe from Firesplitter. When you, it looks like Vander tried to do it and got a little scared. It's kind of a scary strat, but when you're at the very bottom of the screen when you kill the boss, then you get to the next level a second or two faster. Fire not going for it either. It's super scary to do. You gotta be just like right at the bottom. Usually burn all your jumps, just like delaying time, and then if you don't manage to get hits in, you just take a fall and you end up back where you would have been anyways. Yeah, the damage doesn't matter, but... Ooh, Vander getting a good double reflect there, on track. Here's another place where the solo katanas come out a lot, because they can hit more than one thing at a time. It's very effective to just clear out a whole bunch of chaff. If you're standing right up next to him as he's releasing it, you can just clear the whole half of the attack. Oh hey. Oh, hey. It's nice when both runners get the same RNG. Auto-Splitter another place where the flares come out, just because you don't really have to aim that precisely to clear out a large area of either unlockable doors or the little pink diamonds. Spec's moving a lot slower again. On the harder difficulties, it matters a little bit less, but you still lose a good deal of time. Vander getting onto the boss rush of this stage. Yeah. Fire's not far behind. Sounds about right. First boss in the rush is a little bit of a pushover. Usually doesn't give anybody problems. The only attack that sometimes does is dives. If you're not used to the little charge that he does before that, it can be hard to predict. Yep. The second one has given me trouble in the past. Oh, yep, pick one now, so we're even still. Yeah. Oh, wait, this is probably the hardest boss of the run, in my opinion. You gotta kind of circle around behind him, shoot him in the back, and then occasionally he'll just put his shield straight at you no matter what you do. You can kind of get around that. Oh boy. Sure is. Alright. This pattern isn't usually not too hard to dodge. Makes it. But now we just go into white with one health. I might take safety now. I know I would. Give the bunny. Bunny kind of zips around super fast. Slow down time you can shoot her. I usually do, but I haven't figured out if it's actually faster. Main attacks we want to see. Really the only attack that we want to see is she'll shoot a bunch of yellow projectiles and then one pink one. It's the only thing on her we can reflect. The other attacks are decent. She stops while she's doing them, so you get to hit her for a while. You don't get extra damage off. And white fight's still looking a little bit dicey. 3 health left, but makes it. Should be good deflect there. Comes the chimney. Let's see. Doesn't take damage there. On the Vander's side, that's a little bit harder than it looks. Especially if you just want to jump down it straight away. Something always ends up hitting you. Bottom is down. Yeah. Slider. And also how much damage you can get is based on which of the segments he shoots out. If he shoots out the ones in the middle, you're really happy because you can shoot him all the time. If he just shoots out like the top and the bottom one or something like that, you gotta wait another cycle. But overall, looks like is pretty decent. You got to keep shooting most of the time. We'll see how Firesplitter turns out. Good first cut. Dodge, use the hit. Gets a reflect. That's one of the tricky ones. That was not so bad, but that one I think that's the tricky one. Vander on Nemesis score now. Phase 1. This boss, you kind of want to get up right next to it, shoot a bunch of stuff, and just reflect it all back at the same time. It'll glow a little bit of a different color depending on what color he's going to shoot, so you can predict whether or not it's going to reflect it or whether you need to back off. But phase 2 is a lot harder. So in phase 2, he has armor. You can't actually shoot him until he lets you blow him up, essentially. Don't shoot out. Preoccupied with just mashing spacebar super hard and you end up taking some accidental damage. Stuff you're looking at. Nemesis 2 is a fight that's a lot harder in hard mode than it is in normal. Normally you can just kind of hug the walls at the stadium and just be fine, just remember go there. But in hard enough they'll start shooting things at you if you track the splash damage off the wall makes no touch. So I found it's kind of better to stay in the same kind of circle as he's in. Shot doesn't work. Just get out of the way. Vander making it through the gravity section is pretty good. That's a really hard section. I think I've probably died more there than anywhere else in the game. Yeah. In new game, you just take a safety, or in the story, you just take a safety death every time. If you're even a little bit low. Or you just be good. But that's hard. And I'm not. Alright. Into anti-battalion. For Vander here. See what Vander does in gravity. He's got about 4 health left. Or yeah, you're right. Fire does in gravity. He's got about 4 health left. Yeah, but at the same time, like 4 isn't enough to take him to safety death game so long. So I don't think he's not going for it. Yeah, you just gotta go find a bubble. Yeah. Taking a little bit slow, a little bit safe. Ooh, gets kind of stuck there. Taking it real safe there. Ooh, that was nervous. That was nerve-wracking. Doesn't look like he's going for it. Has to anyways. Alright, Vander's into Valentine now. First phase. One of several audience participation phases. Backfire is the best. It's so easy to dodge. You get the extra damage on the end most of the time. Yellow reflect, but didn't matter. Finish some level for it. He's full health and he'll get a heal immediately afterwards. Little cutscene, so not going to be a huge deal. Vander preparing for the death skip against Valentine. After her third phase, she'll kind of get up off the ground and laugh, and it'll take a few seconds. But if you die right as she leaves the ground, she won't. You get right back into the fighting. Just gotta make sure you don't do it early. It's so sad. Just gotta replay the whole phase. little bit late there. When we first discovered the skip, we thought we had to wait until she left the first time. Now we know it's as soon as she leaves the ground. Some people have either just been trying to keep it safe or haven't heard about the new updates, but strat was a little bit slower than it should have been. But phase 4, the gimmick is you taunt, and then the audience will throw things at her to break the shield, because again, we can't break it ourselves. We don't have a rocket launcher. And if you time it right, and if you time it right, you can taunt like midway through hitting her, and by the time the audience throws stuff, she'll have gotten her shield back. The timing is to shoot about a little over half of the phase, and then you taunt, and you keep shooting. And then by the time you've taken her health down and she gets her shield back, the audience has decided that, you know, they've drawn their little targets and they've thrown their tomatoes. Yeah. Let's see if Fire does it. He's going into a place where it would happen with full health almost, so you don't quite have enough time to lose that much health between. Oh, he takes weapons here. Probably not on purpose, but might save him time. Yeah. Those things are hard to hit. Yeah. Vander finishes off his Mantis core. Oh, it gets clipped. Not gonna go for laserless one cycle for Vander, but still gets up there. Yeah, he got clipped by missile at the very beginning, so I don't think he could have made it. So best that he just played it safe. Yep. I'm going to go on stage about one boss behind him, so one boss is close enough that if Vander takes like an accidental death or something like that, be back to even. There's Vanderhoekx. Oh yeah, yeah. And there's like 3 bosses left. Starts this fight. The best attack he can get. That's the best one. You can just keep DPS for free after you do it. You get a large chunk of damage. Nice. After the purple reflect, you can just kind of stand inside of his head and keep shooting. You don't take contact damage while he's in that animation. Unless you get a couple extra seconds in. Yeah. Alright, coming into the crawling core, we actually just found a new strat for this a day or 2 ago, so not too surprised that people aren't utilizing it yet, because it looks like it takes a lot of practice. But we will have interesting things coming up probably in the next race. If he's able to use it, he's the one who found it. You can kind of get behind him the whole time. You don't ever have to turn around and shoot at the blocks to make room for yourself. You never have to dodge a laser. You just get to keep shooting him the whole time. Yeah. And coming into Rival. Rival, the main 2 attacks that we don't want to see are that one that he just used, the katana attack. So you can't actually shoot him, it won't do damage, so just shoot it back at you, kind of like we've been doing things the whole run. The other one that's not amazing is the rocket launcher that we also just used. Just because on average you'll end up shooting the rockets more than shooting him, so it's hard to get good angles to actually do damage. But all the other attacks are more or less even. Some of them you'll get good damage if you get a bunch of reflex, ping pong, or the kick after these pistols. Sometimes you just stand still and you shoot at them. Nice. Vander coming in at a 25-14. Let's see. Yeah. You see Firesplitter coming into his second to last boss. He's probably not going to go for the strat either, it looks like. Yeah, to attempt it, yeah. I would not feel comfortable with less than, like, half, at least. Well, gets a good reflect. That attack that he just got hit by, where every lane gets a laser, that used to get me every time. But there is a trick to reading it. He'll move really quickly and then he'll do it. So if you know it's coming, you can kind of prepare and get yourself behind some cover. Yep. Rival on 2 health is scary. Yeah. On tennis and also against katana. Which he's going for. Yeah, he's full health, he can afford it. Yeah, goes again. Yeah, there you go. Oh, 3 katanas. There we go. Oh, misses it. That's fine. Doesn't get hit. On 1 health. But 1 more phase? Yeah. Alright. If that was another katanas, I would have been scared. But I don't think he'll do the same attack twice in a row, so I think it's fine. Firesplitter coming in. No, I wasn't timing it. Good idea. I'll get that set up right now. Jakuts has next to no sound. I don't know how to turn him up. He is up as loud as he goes. As far as I can make it. Okay. Yeah, Discord's at 200% volume, you're at 200% volume inside of Discord, and Discord is at full volume in Windows. Yeah, you sound louder now. Almost too loud in my headphones, but hopefully it'll be loud enough for stream. Short break, yep. Gonna get started then, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's see if Firesplitter can get 1 victory on his hands. We're gonna have a triple race going on.
Timer's gonna be a little bit out of sync, but that's fine. I'll turn Vander's audio on. There we go. And into round 2. It's going to be best of 3. Vander won the first one. Let's see if Fire can make his way back. Looks like he's a little bit ahead right now, too. So Vander clears this guy a little bit faster, even though he got in a little bit slower. Because there's a strat that you can do right when he falls down from the top, where slow-mo and then he'll skip an animation. Fire, forgot to do that. But they're even now, so. It was enough to let her get ahead, or get ahead. Or push back up, rather. There's a couple things you can do on controller that are really hard to do on keyboard. Where you can just kind of skim the ground and then return to the air. The refresh jumps. This is a thing that some people can do on keyboard. Most people don't try. But on keyboard, or on controller, it's a little easier. Bosses in level 2 are not super RNG dependent. Mostly comes down to the platforming. Chopper has a bit of RNG with the big reflex that you can get out of him, but oh yeah, that's a big one. I forgot about that. Speaking of, Firesplitter. Delay his kill by seconds. Goes off. Yeah, at least he didn't go back in the background. Fire getting good reflex. Yeah. That's tight. Ah! Wall jumps are in this game. If you're up next to a wall and you try to dash, you just do a little hop instead. Nobody wants it. Yeah. Because you're holding right anyways, like you try to press space to jump again, but now you're back on the wall, so. But looks like pretty tight. Yeah, they're only a couple seconds ahead. One pattern. You guys seem pretty fast if you get lucky with their spread. Alright. And the highway is done. It's the scary one. You get hit a couple times and the run's over. On harder difficulties, you don't even get full heals. Very hard arcade's crazy. You only get like less than half your life back each stage. Something like that. I can, but only if I'm going like super careful. Yeah. Actually, what got me into... Yeah. What got me into Bleed in the first place was videos around out GBQ where you did an arcade very hard and sadly took a loss somewhere and had to start over in the story. But yeah, that is a very hard difficulty. As it should be for being called very hard. I think it was, yeah. I don't remember who exactly it was to. But one thing that I always do in this section, just for kicks, the katana has a hitbox that goes like a couple inches behind your head, so you can reflect things from behind you. It's never the right thing to do, pretty much, but it's kind of fun sometimes if you're just bored and waiting for the next platform to start. See how close you can really come. Yep. Vander getting a low drop. He's fine. A little bit scary now. Alright. Makes it though, so that's fine. Shaft stemmer for that. Hey, kids. Yeah. One thing for Shaft Spinner, I used to always just use katana regardless of what he was doing. I never switched to pistol, but pistols just do about 20 more DPS, killing a couple seconds faster if you can switch to pistols, but only if there's nothing blocking, because if there's anything blocking, the pistols just do nothing. Vander taking an unlucky hit there, right? Yeah, that's cool. But doesn't lose that much time. He's got a decent lead. Boss rush. Decent, but not comfortable, I'd say. I can so easily catch up. Yep. That's the one. Oh, if I get a little jump there. Vander getting a nice purple reflect onto the moon. There's about 1.5 fights. Nice. Equal RNG then for this fight. Finishing up the steam. Vander's looking a little bit low to... Even if he takes this no hits, he'll be a little bit low for white. It's 4 hits, which seems now to me it's... No, 2? Well, not... Okay, well now it's 2. So... Oh no. Now it's... Things looking dicey. Alright. Phew. Into white. 1 health. Definitely taking the death here. Yeah. There it is again. Vander just finishing bunny, so... Still about a little over 2 bosses, a little under 2 bosses ahead, something like that. They're going for a lot of katana in this fight, which is super risky. Oops. Yeah, but I mean he started from full health and he took almost... Yeah, he started that fight at full health. Finished it at like 25%, so... This is only possible in New Game. Or, sorry, not New Game, in Story, that's the one. Fight's super possible in things that aren't New Game. Alright, and Bunny will fall as well. Vander getting pretty... Yeah. Vander made it through, again. He's been consistent at that. Fire having a little bit of issues there, but works out alright. I never used to have trouble dodging the lasers in Nemesis 1, and then the last couple times I've tried, I've just gotten hit by everyone. Yeah, Fire's taking some damage. I'm gonna want to look your screen. Oh, that's a hard pattern to dodge. Oh no. That'll put him... that's costly. Dying right at the end of the boss is just the worst. Vander's just finished with them too, so... Get through that quickly. It's gonna be tough to come back from. Yeah, we can afford. Oh, that could be because he's on controller, yeah. I hadn't even thought of that, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. If I'm Vander here, you can just slow down pretty far if he knows he's ahead. I don't think he does, but if he's watching the stream or something, you can just start doing all the safe strats. And as long as he doesn't die on another boss, should have it. Because you would take some really crazy RNG, I think. I'm just going to come back if Vander just doesn't make any more mistakes. course, making mistakes is... Yeah, that would do it. But yeah, barring crazy mistakes like that, or even less crazy ones, just like a lot of katana or something might be enough. But yeah. This is a reflect on them too. That's, you need those. You just need to be super consistent with them too. Every time he gives you an opportunity, you need to be able to open his armor. Otherwise, you have to wait another 15 seconds or so for him to give you another shot. Gets. But also, it's easier to hit more than one because the hitbox is larger, so you can get 2 bombs into him at the same time. Oh, 1 health and gravity. That's a hard pattern, yeah. Yeah. At the end. Another costly death though. It's just a really hard pattern to dodge. All of, like, there were like 4 or 5 blobs in a row that had a bunch of bullets in them, and a couple of them were yellow. Don't know anything about that. You just have to go around them or wait it out. But waiting isn't a great strategy either, because then just more blobs will spawn. That too. But like if you're on 1 hit in gravity, you just have to. Like sometimes you just have to wait for them to move. Or you, yeah, you can just like poke them and then wait for the bullets to move, or you can just kind of wait for the blob to roll like, out of your way. If you try to play it super fast and impatient, then that ends up happening if you're low. Fire actually teaching me just now how to dodge saw. I've never been able to dodge saw. I never realized you could just go to the corner. Vander finishing phase 4 of Valentine, no problems. Gets all of the taunts in the right times, gets the death skip. He's going off in Ducklog. Taking hits in Valentine is actually fine, because you do have to have the death skip, and you have to be at half health going into that. Phase 1 is a little bit earlier than I would feel safe doing it. I've played on phase 3 before after lasers and dash. Let's see if Vander goes for laserless this time. Yep. Makes it pretty cleanly too. That's everything? Yep. I think everybody just kind of finds their own. Yeah. I've tried to poke around in the game files and see if I can find them, but they're not easy to extract. I've figured out where they're stored, but they're not stored as images. I think I've noticed some of the more experienced racers doing that I've not thought of is whenever you get into Val Phase 4, like you just immediately taunt, and if you get lucky, she'll just get tagged by that, and you get a faster thing. You don't have to wait for her to stop. Yeah, it's super RNG if you get it, but yeah. It doesn't cost you anything. Doing it doesn't cost you anything because by the time you would have to do it normally, it's already come off cooldown. Let's see how many katanas Vander gets pulled on him. Sounds like there's one. Nope. I'm just getting some frame drops. I'm gonna restart it and see if that helps. Another katana. Vander on 3 hits. Rival also on 3 hits. They're close to. Well, that'd be so scary. Yep. And we'll see how fast Firesplitter can get done with his last few. Yep. All the giant missiles. Those aren't giant missiles. Send them back. Here's a giant missile. Send it back too. Why not? Yeah. That'd be so cool if you could deflect lasers. I mean, they have the yellow and purple ones, which is... Oh, good RNG. Oh. Cutting that real close. Oh. Jumped a little bit. Yeah, you have to really see that coming. I hope so. Yep. Katanas are solo katana flurry in this stage just destroys blocks so much faster than anything else. It's probably even faster than using the laser from the game or from freestyle. Laser will just clear an entire row, but you still have to wait for it to charge up. Yeah. Yeah, that's still worth it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I haven't played freestyle in a while. Alright, clearing out the crawling core. I always want to say like the sliding core or something for that guy. I know it's not right. Alright, only one katana, please. This whole fight. There's the first one. That's the only one he gets to use. Yeah. Good so far, good so far. Gets to reflect. Yep. Oh, that's a good one. Gets the whole thing fun. Ah. Oh no, going super over budget. Yeah. Yeah. Firesplitter finishing his run. 28:51. Yep. Good games to both runners. Yep. Stayed close too for a lot of it. For almost all of game 1, and then in game 2 until Fire took his accidental death. Or 2. Yeah, they just put you back so far. Safe strats are like, after I took an accidental death or 2 in a race, I just decided that I would always do safe strats, because dying just, like, if one person dies and the other person doesn't, like, you just lose. But if, like, you do safe strats and the other person does fast strats and neither of you die, then you're kind of close still, and you have a chance, depending on how fast you do, like, platforming and stuff like that. Yeah, nothing can make up that, except for the other guy dying also. And so... Yeah. I find myself messing with them a lot, or just being like a couple degrees off. Yep. So the next race we've got is, let's see, Sunday. We got Aviona and... no. Oh yeah. Yeah. Aviona and Newbie. That's gonna be a good one. Stay tuned for that. Yeah. Yep. That'll be starting in about